If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, can people with diabetes eat candy? Answer by Dan Benz. Yes. Persons with type 1 diabetes make no insulin, so high-calorie foods such as candy and French fries and chips can skyrocket blood glucose levels if not accounted for in insulin doses. Most that have type 1 do multiple daily injections combining fast, medium, and slow-release insulins, or they use a fast-acting insulin in an electronic pump. 1C. Almond with counting carbs. Persons with type 1 can eat about anything at any time. This can be enhanced through fingerstick glucose readings or continuous glucose monitors. Ideally, if one knows there is a candy moment coming, insulin should be added in advance. With type 2 diabetes, the effects are less pronounced when the person is in good control. In the 80s, we used the exchange system rather than counting carbs. For example, you could have one bread exchange that would equal one slice of bread or a very small potato, etc. As in life, everything in moderation. Persons with diabetes can enjoy any food as long as it's accounted for with proper medication or exercise. I have had type 1 diabetes for 38 years and have no complications. I have used a pump for 18 years and a continuous glucose sensor for 8 years. If you have diabetes or are at risk, please schedule a session with a registered dietitian or diabetes educator. There is more to diabetes than don't eat candy. Answer by George Henderson. Yes, because of the availability of insulin, people with diabetes can eat anything. However, there are important caveats. 1. Insulin can be expensive, and the more carbohydrate you eat, the more you need to use. 2. Insulin can cause hypoglycemia, and this is where candy is really useful. And you will suffer hypoglycemia less often and with less dangerous effect using less insulin with a low-carb diet where you bolus for protein instead of carbohydrate. 3. If you are type 2 and eat under 50 grams carbohydrate a day, no starch or sugar, just protein foods and greens, you may find you don't need insulin at all. Wouldn't that be better than candy? 4. Using high doses of insulin because you want to enjoy what everyone else does doesn't protect you from the harmful effects of that way of eating. Look around you. Is it really working out for them? High insulin levels increase the risk of many diseases, whether natural or injected. If you minimize exposure to insulin by limiting carbs, you get less resistance to its effect and avoid its potential harms such as weight gain, while having lower and more stable blood sugars. Keep candy for any accidental lows that do turn up, but you will see fewer of these. For more information about low-carb diets in type 2 diabetes, see Drive Sarah Halberg's TED Talk on. For more about type 1, read Drive Bernstein's book or view his Diabetes University channel. Answer by Saida Hajiva. About 90% of your diet should focus on healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, poultry and fish. There is wiggle room in a healthful diet for treats like sweets whether you have diabetes or not. That is where candy would fit. You should enjoy your food, and food also has social, emotional and physical health benefits. Built into the recommended dietary guidelines is room for getting up to 10% of your calories from sugar every day. Treats affect your blood sugar. So if you have diabetes, it's important to focus on portion control and moderation when you select these foods. In other words, you can eat treats even if you have diabetes. But you need to account for the carbohydrate and calorie content they provide in your diet, whether they are sugar-free or not. Source: How to Live Healthy and Happy with Type 2 Diabetes. Urban Nutrin. Images: Google. Thank you.